But
Hi, welcome to our channel.
I hit dead on with it though. Actually, perfect. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to bring you another shooting drill today. The name of this drill is the Active Self-Protection Skill Check or Skill on Demand. The way this drill works is you will shoot it from concealment. Ideally, you can shoot it not from concealment, but you have to add a little bit of a time penalty just because of the ease of shooting it on a outside the waistband rig. You can look up the official rules to this drill on their website. They do have a printout of it on there, and I'll put a link to the description in the description of that as well. But as I said, you'll shoot this drill from concealment. It's a total of 10 rounds fired. It's 4 stages, and they will all be fired from 7 yards away. You'll shoot it on a standard USPSA target like this, and the way it works, on the first stage, on the sound of the shot timer, you will simply draw and fire 1 round into the A-zone. You can start in the fig leaf position, you can start in a defensive posture, hands at your sides, whatever you want to do. So that'll be the first stage. You also then record your time. The second stage is the same thing again. On the sound of the shot timer, you'll draw and you'll put 1 round into the A-zone, record your time once again. The third stage, on the sound of the shot timer, you will draw and you will put 2 rounds into the A-zone of the head right here, this little small box. You'll record your time. And on the last stage, you'll draw and do a bill drill, which will simply be 6 rounds into the A-zone. On each stage, you want to be sure that you're being real safe and reholstering carefully. You also want to make sure that you do correct follow-through and don't just fire the gun and throw it right back into the holster and things like that. The way you score this particular drill, it will be a combination score between your time and your accuracy. It's a total of 10 shots fired and a total of a maximum of 50 points. So any hits that are in the A zones, that here or here, will be worth 5 points. If it's in the B of the head or in the C zone, those will be worth 3 points. And anything in the D, the big D here, will be worth 1 point, and any complete misses will be worth no points. So after you shoot the target and you calculate all of your points, you will take your time for each stage and add that together. You will divide your number of points by the time, then you will take that number and multiply it by 12.5, and that will give you kind of a standardized score. They have a scale on their website that will tell you based off of that score where you are kind of as a shooter today. Like I said, this is meant to be a cold drill, so no warm-ups. It's a skill on demand drill, so you don't get to shoot this one over and over and then show your best time. I haven't fired any rounds today, so what you're about to see is going to be me shooting this completely cold. The way the scoring system works is based off your total score. If you're anything 25 and below, they kind of recommend that you take a step back before you start actually carrying a firearm and kind of work on the fundamentals just to be on the safe side. If you're shooting anything from, I believe it's a 25 all the way up to a 50, you're still in the beginning stages, but you are very confident as a shooter. You know, you're not like a complete noob or anything like that. You are confident to actually be carrying a firearm and possibly use it defensively, but you are still a beginner. If you shoot it anywhere from a 50 to a 75, you are definitely above average. You're a very confident concealed carrier. You know, you're really off to a really good start. You're doing far better than the average. If you shoot it anything from 75 to 100, you are extremely competent. You know, you're in a very low percentage of shooters that are out there, unfortunately, and you're doing really, really good, and you're doing a lot of things right. If you're anything 100 and above, you're like master class, top end shooters. Like, you basically need to quit your job and shoot for a living if you shoot this drill, you know, much above 100. That is a very, very high score. All right, so let me back the camera up a little bit to 7 yards, and I'm going to run this drill. I am running it from my appendix holster, since that is how I carry, and I am running it with my SIG P365, since that is my actual carry gun. You know, just from running this drill in the past, I know if I go to something like a Glock 19 or anything like that. Even though I'm still running it from concealment, I can definitely get my times up a little bit higher than this, considerably higher as a matter of fact. And I do carry a Glock 19 size gun from time to time, so that would make sense. But for the majority of my carry, I do carry the SIG P365, so that's what I'm going to run the drill with today. Time of 1:09. Time of 1:02. Time of 2:14. Time of 2:12. You can see the target. I did get all of my hits here in the main A zone. That one is nicking the line just a little bit more than I would like it to, but according to the rules of this drill, line hits do count, and that one, if you look at it close, is inside the line more than it is outside. Here in the head box, I got one hit in the A. I did have one barely low, so that would be a miss of the A. So my total points here would be 48. And my total time for all 4 stages was a 6.37. So 637 divided by 48 points times 12.5 give me a total score of 94. Definitely not a bad score at all. I'm shooting it, not making excuses, but I'm shooting it with a very small handgun. I could get this score up a little bit if I went to something a little bigger, but the whole point of this drill is to see what kind of skill you have on demand. So, you know, in real life, concealed carry, you don't get a chance to warm up. You may be required at any given time to be able to produce these kind of skills instantly. No warm-ups or nothing like that. And that's what I like about this drill. That's why today I wanted to go ahead and shoot it with my actual carry gun. If you go back and watch my last few EDC videos, you'll see this is the gun that I carry every single day. And the reason that I like it is it's very small, it's very easy to carry, but it shoots and performs for me like a much bigger gun, and that is a huge plus in my opinion. But that about wraps it up, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Try this drill. Be honest with yourself. If you're wanting to run these kind of drills, don't cheat it. I'm not saying that you are, but don't shoot it at 3 yards or 5 yards. Shoot it at 7 yards and take your time and start working on this drill. Every time you go out to the range, let this maybe be the first thing that you go out and do and run cold and see what kind of times you get. I'd love to hear what y'all's times are down below, so feel free to post them in the comments. Also, if you need to get a hold of me directly, Instagram is the best place to do so. If you're not following me there, I would also appreciate that. And as always, appreciate y'all watching, and see y'all next time.